Pokemon Sun and Moon have been out for a little bit already, and they have been filled with plenty of little surprises throughout. The greatest surprise of all was getting to look through the Pokedex, though. To make it simple for you, there's some fucked up stuff in here. Like, this stuff gets dark. I had to throw this extra video in here because some of these are just too good to ignore. If you know of any that you think I missed, then please feel free to post them in the comments below. Let's go! Sun and Moon have some really promising Pokemon right from the get-go, especially the starters. Rowlet and Poplio are really neat. I hate Nacho Libre over here, but that, you can't win them all. Although, some of their Pokedex entries can be a little bit unsettling, especially for Rowlet. Its Pokedex entry says that silently it glides, drawing near its target. Before they even notice it, it begins to pelt them with vicious kicks. You're telling me this cute as hell little round owl just creeps up on people and kicks the shit out of them? That's pretty creepy, actually. Especially if it just glides to them. Like, what have you ever seen a small beach ball floating down to you and then it kicks the fuck out of your forehead? But this is nothing compared to what's left on this list. So Slowbro is an incredible Pokemon, right? Never did I think he could fit more character and charm into something that is just completely devoid of all cognitive ability. However, something that really gives it a darker take is its new Pokedex entry in Pokemon Sun. Slowbro has always been defined by the shoulder that is just kind of sitting there, enjoying the snack of a tail that Slowbro provides. However, while it might look like Slowbro may be enjoying the company that shoulder provides, the Dex entry says something different. It spaces out while gazing at the sea. With Shelter's poison flowing through its body, it becomes even spacier. This is just kind of sad for Slowbro. I mean, the guy's already dumb as rocks. But then you throw this thing on its tail, and his cognitive ability just hits rock bottom. Also, he's just trying to enjoy a fucking view, and you gotta mess him up like that? That's not cool, Shelter. The worst part is arguably the fact that if Shelter is poisoning him with a little bite in the tail, then what the hell is going on when he's in Mega form? He's gotta be brain dead then. Aw, look at little Sliggoo. What a nicely designed Pokemon that really is nothing strange to it. Nah, it's not like it dissolves its friends or anything. Oh wait. So Sliggoo's Pokedex entry says that it has trouble drawing a line between friends and food. It will calmly try to melt and eat even those it gets along with. So not only does it not know who its friends are, but it also just kind of dissolves them for fun. First off, who the fuck is letting 10-year-olds run around and catch these things? Teenage mortality rate has to be through the roof in the Pokemon world. But also, just one awful way to go out. If you need an accurate depiction, I would recommend asking Jeff Goldblum. Not looking so good, are you, Jeff? The saddest part is that Sliggoo is pretty cute, but he's not the only one who kills his friends. We'll get to that in a little bit. Starting off this entry, I gotta say, I hate Crabominable. This thing looks so dumb, and it pops out anytime I'm just trying to get berries. All I want are the berries, not you fucking Justin Bieber crab. But then we get to Crabominable. What the hell is going on with this? Yeah, like all of this. Despite being a crab that has fur, if we take a glance at his Pokedex, we can see something a little more disturbing. His Pokedex entry states that it just throws punches indiscriminately. In times of desperation, it can lop off its own pincers and fire them like rockets. How dumb do you actually have to be to just decide to remove an appendage to use as some sort of weaponry? I don't think it has occurred to anyone who has ever been in a fight to just remove their arm and throw it at the other person. Now, I guess this is a decent strat if you can throw it fast enough. But where is your endgame here? On the one hand, you just want to fight. Congrats, But on the other hand, you don't have any arms anymore. I mean, imagine if this were an actual means of fighting. You would see kids with prosthetic limbs launching arms around like they're fucking footballs. And meanwhile, you've got a bunch of stumps waddling around after a fight. But hey, I guess Crabominable is really giving a new meaning to throwing hands. Pokemon porn has been a real and very serious issue throughout the years. I can't even believe I've hit a point in my life where I would have to say that. But seriously, there's so much of it, and it could not be helped anymore by the presence of Salazzle. Salazzle's Pokedex states that for some reason only females have been found. It creates a reverse harem of male Salandit that it lives with. You know, this is something that we really didn't need in the game, meant for kids. A harem is bad enough, but a reverse harem, that's where you're going real fucking deep. This is compounded to be so much worse by just the sheer amount of porn that I've seen of this thing. Seriously, this is like an epidemic. God can only hope that some vaccine exists for this. Also, why is this large pink phallus only occur in female form? I have a sincere problem with the fact that a gender ratio let all of this shit happen. So we all know that Drifloon has had a history of kind of sad Pokedex entries. It's just a dumb little balloon that doesn't participate living or enjoying anything about living, but the entry for Sun and Moon really takes it over the edge. The entry reads as follows. Stories go that it grabs the hands of small children and drags them away to the afterlife. It dislikes heavy children. So it's not only a child abductor, but this bitch has the audacity to have standards too. You know, I feel as a semi-sentient balloon ghost, you don't really have the right to choose who you're going to abduct. Like, you kinda have to take what you get. If you're gonna steal kids, you gotta take some fatties along with the rest of them. I'm sorry, but big kids need love too, you know? Some of the Ultra Beasts in Sun and Moon have amazing designs behind them. Being modeled after certain characters really gives them a lot of room to gain style and individuality. But then, there's Guzzlord. I gotta be dead straight, this thing is disgusting. Its arms come out of its mouth. How does it actually eat? It's like Kirby's retarded cousin. But nothing makes me question it more than its Pokedex entry. It states that Guzzlord has been eating constantly, but its droppings have never been found. How are you alive? Also, who has been out looking for this thing's droppings? That's a shitty life right there. But seriously, do you just not have an excretory system? That's a serious problem, man. Before Sun and Moon came out, we got to have some pretty great sneak peeks. We got to see some of the Alola forms, some of the new replacements for gyms, but best of all, we got to see Drampa. Whenever this guy first came out, I had my reservations for him, right? I was like, oh yeah, there's no way they could make this thing seem more like a pedophile. They definitely made him seem more like a pedophile. This Pokemon is friendly to people and loves children most of all. It comes from deep within the mountains to play with children it likes in town. What attentive parent would ever let this thing near their kid? Do you not see this long ass neck and tumorous backside? It's like if old age hit Swanna way too hard. But not only does Drampa like to be near children, if you happen to see it a little angry, then he might just destroy everything with his intense breath. So you send little Johnny to the park with good old Drampa and he stubs his toe or something. Well then Johnny just might become water vapor in a few seconds. Seriously, this game is just a little too fucked up sometimes. There is some fucked up Pokemon on here. We all know that. You got the pedo with standards, the hentai Pokemon, and then you have Bewear. And this is just a whole new level of fucked. Bewear's Pokedex entry states that it has the habit of hugging its companions. Many trainers have left this world after their spines were squashed by its hug. Does this thing have retard strength? I mean, just looking at it tells you there's something messed up. But seriously, that's horrifying. It's like Sliggoo melting its friends, but on some new level of messed up. Because Bewear is actually trying to show affection, but instead, it just kills them. This poor guy must have some serious self-esteem issues, considering most of his friends must be dead. So let me ask you, have you ever been so angry that you died? Primeape's Pokedex entry says that it has been known to become so angry that it dies as a result. Its face looks peaceful in death, however. Alright, so some of Primeape's previous dex entries are just kinda cute, like, oh, it gets angry when you wake it up, or oh, it gets angry if you beat it. Well, that's actually kind of horrible, but never before has it been said to just die as a result of being mad. Plus, Mankey's Dex entry says that it gets so mad that the Pokemon around it flee, and then it becomes more enraged as it gets lonelier. So let me get this straight. Mankey gets angry, people leave it gets angrier, then evolves, and then dies. What an apt metaphor for life. This poor guy is just in a constant state of turmoil and pain until I guess his body gets so mad that it just shuts off. I mean, imagine if you were just walking down the street and some guy's just yelling about getting a parking ticket, and then bam, that dude is out. That's basically what Primeape is. Is this still a kid's game? Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video. I'm sorry that I'm still sick, still kind of sound like an idiot, but I'm working through it. On the left here, we have the last video for Pokemon Month of the top 10 weirdest species. I really liked making it. I hope you would enjoy it too. It's kind of an out there video, but you know, it's something. On the right here, we have the playlist of all the videos from Pokemon Month that I've done in the past. I know I keep tacking on extra videos to this Pokemon Month. I promise next week will be the last one. It will be top 10 most overhyped Pokemon. I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you then.